All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to a meeting of the Mayor and Council of Princeton, New Jersey. It is Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. And Madam Clerk, could we have the meeting statement, please?
Notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act and state regulations governing public meetings, including the time, date, and location of the meeting, and clear and concise instructions to the public for accessing the meeting and making comments. In addition, the agenda and all related materials were posted electronically and made available to the public on Princeton's meeting portal in advance of the meeting.
Thank you. Brian's going to do the land acknowledgement tonight.
We gather today on the land of the Lenni Lenape. As members of the Princeton community, we aspire to show appreciation, respect, and concern for all peoples and our environment. We honor the Lenape and other indigenous caretakers of these lands and waters, the elders who lived here before, the indigenous today, and the generations to come.
Thank you. Could we have roll call, please?
Mr. McDonald?
Here.
Ms. Pearl-Lambros is out. Mr. Cohen?
Here.
Ms. Sachs? Here. Ms. Fraga?
Here.
Mr. Newland?
Here.
Mayor Frida?
Here. If you're able and you'd like to stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Okay, first up, we have a proclamation, which is always nice to acknowledge somebody for all their years of service and good deeds, but unfortunately, we're also saying goodbye to somebody. Our police commissioner will read the proclamation.
Yes, thank you. This is a proclamation by the Office of the Mayor, Municipality of Princeton, and it's a proclamation honoring Jennifer Gehring on the occasion of her retirement. Whereas the Municipality of Princeton is proud to recognize Jennifer Gehring, detective in the Department of Police, for her dedication to public service on the occasion of her retirement, and whereas Jennifer began her career with Princeton Township on July 23, 2007, in the role of patrol officer in the police department, and whereas Jennifer was later assigned to the Safe Neighborhood Bureau and the Detective Bureau, serving as the department's juvenile detective, and whereas Jennifer, through her unwavering dedication and distinguished service, has been a tireless advocate for special victims of crime, she has honorably fulfilled the roles of department's domestic violence liaison, LGBTQ liaison, and chairperson of the Princeton Alcohol and Drug Alliance, fostering trust, inclusivity, and support within the community. And whereas Jennifer has advanced the department's mission by serving as a resiliency police officer, promoting officer wellness and mental health, she also serves as an evidence technician and a nationally certified child safety seat technician, ensuring public safety with the highest standards of professionalism. And she continues her commitment to public service as a physical fitness instructor at the Mercer County Police Academy. And whereas Jennifer has dedicated 17 years to serving the municipality of Princeton, and her retirement will be effective June 1st, 2025, and whereas Jennifer Gehring has served the community of Princeton with pride, and upon the occasion of her retirement is deserving of recognition and the highest commendation. Now therefore be it resolved, I, Leticia Fraga, on behalf of Mark Frida, Mayor of Princeton and the Council of Princeton, County of Mercer, State of New Jersey, extend the municipality's humble expression of appreciation and sincerest congratulations to Jennifer Gehring. We offer our best wishes for a long, happy, and healthy retirement.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve this community for the past almost 18 years. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leticia.
Thank you. Okay, next up are announcements and reports. Do we have any council announcements or reports this evening? Yeah, Leighton.
Something was, I guess you would say, sometimes you say it's on your heart. But I just wanted to say that here in Princeton, we often, this council, this mayor, approve major projects, infrastructure, sewer, affordable housing, Nassau Street. But a lot of times, we have the unforgotten, the forgotten, and the bewildered, the least among us sometimes go unnoticed. And we have one of the greatest human services department in the state of New Jersey. And these people look out for the most vulnerable among us. And let's be clear, we have vulnerable people here in Princeton. You wouldn't think so, because a lot of times you can ride around different parts of Princeton and see signs talking about save our history. You know, like we have a history, but the history that we have here includes everybody, you know? And the question to some people should be, what are we saving? What are we preserving? And what does our future look like? So I just wanted to make the announcement tonight, not about any one group, but to talk about our Human Services Department, the Princeton Alcohol and Drug Alliance, the Princeton Housing Authority, the Recreation Department, the Department of Public Works, the departments that do all the work around here to keep us clean, healthy, to build a human infrastructure, but they never get the recognition that they deserve. So tonight, I'm giving a shout out to all of those groups. And that's for me, for Leticia Fraga, from Mia Sachs, from the mayor, from David Cohen, from Brian McDonald, and from Michelle Perrone-Lambros, who's not here. And I'm going to include all of the department heads, Bernie, and our municipal clerk. Thank you.
Thanks, Leighton. Any other council announcements or reports? David.
Yeah, I just want to do a follow-up. I made an announcement a couple weeks ago that we were scheduled to have a Rules of the Road education session sponsored by the police department in a few weeks. Unfortunately, it had to be canceled. I think one of the instructors wasn't able to make it. But we do hope to reschedule at some point in the future.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anybody at the table have anything for this part of the meeting? Nope. Okay. The next item on the agenda is going to be postponed. Drew Dyson had something come up that wouldn't allow him to be here this evening, so that presentation will happen at a future meeting. So next up would be public comments for items not on the agenda. If anybody in the room had something for not on the agenda, anybody on Zoom? All right, not seeing anybody here or on Zoom, we'll close that part of the meeting. And next up is ordinance public hearing, ordinance 2025-10. An ordinance by the municipality of Princeton designating stop intersections within the boundaries of the former township, establishing a new stop intersection on Jefferson Road at Terhune Road, and amending Chapter 11 of the Code of the Township of Princeton, New Jersey, 1968. Would someone like to move that? Thank you, David. Brian's got the second. Any council discussion? David?
Yeah, I'll just say a few words. People talk about this as my intersection, actually, because my house is about one door away from the intersection. We've lived there for close to 30 years now. And I can't tell you how many times we've heard the crash of metal on metal and glass shattering because of our proximity to this intersection. It's something the Traffic Safety Committee has really sort of wrung our hands over and really knitted our brows and tried to figure out solutions over the whole time I've been on council. Those who go through the intersection know we've, put larger and larger stop signs. We've put rumble strips on the road, stop ahead signage on the road, reflective poles supporting the stop signs. And this idea of adding a four-way stop so that the traffic on Jefferson has to stop as well just feels like the right next step. I actually heard from a constituent who's a traffic engineer. I don't know if the rest of my council colleagues are aware of that, but he's a retired traffic engineer. He had some concerns about this intervention, but I just want to assure everybody that we're not taking this action lightly, but it's something that this intersection is really recalcitrant and difficult to solve, and we hope it's going to cut down on the number of crashes that we have there.
Thanks, David. Any other council comments? Anybody in the room wanted to comment on this? Anybody on Zoom? Okay, we'll close the public hearing and have a roll call vote. Oh, I'm sorry. What? No, it's okay. No. Thanks, Lee. Okay. Roll call.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Ms. Sachs?
Yes.
Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Okay, next up are resolutions. Resolution 25-185, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the execution of a pledge agreement with the 10 Acre Foundation in the sum amount of $500,000 annually for the years 2025 through 2029. Is there a motion? Thank you. Brian's got the motion. David's got the second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-186, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the purchase of one 2025 Ford 450 regular cab vehicle and equipment from Sioka Ford of Flemington for $102,283.25, utilizing New Jersey State Contract 24-Fleet-88820. Is there a motion on that one? Thank you, Leighton. Is there a second? Thank you, David. Questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Resolution 25-187, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the award of a contract to Gabrielli Truck Sales for, for one 2025 Kenworth T480 dump truck for $277,155.95, utilizing Sourcewell National Cooperative Purchasing Contract number 032824-KTC. Is there a motion on that? Thank you, Brian. Leighton's got the second. Questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-188, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the award of a contract to Gabrielli Truck Sales for two 2025 Kenworth T480 compactor trucks for $598,941.18, utilizing Sourcewell National Cooperative Purchasing Contract number 032824-KTC. Is there a motion on that? Thank you, Brian. Is there a second? Thank you, Leighton. Questions or comments? Brian.
Yes, I just wanted to thank the members of the Rec Department and Public Works for carefully tracking the age and condition of all of the equipment. These are large numbers, but I think average term of service is 12 to 15 years for many of this heavy equipment. And I know that we all read carefully the inventory of the trucks and the condition of the vehicles, and just want to assure the public that this is something that we carefully monitor and understand that these are important investments in our ability to deliver vital services to our community.
Thank you, Brian. Any other questions or comments?
Just want to thank Brian for noting that, because this is critically important. One of the reports we read today has one of the trucks that we're getting rid of is full of rust and debris, and these trucks are used over their mileage that they should be used. And thank you, Brian, for noting that. That's a good thing.
Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-189, resolution of the, sorry, of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing an increase of $34,352.64 to the not-to-exceed amount for the professional services agreement with Johnson Marion Thompson, Inc. for documentation of maintenance holes in flood hazard areas for a new not-to-exceed amount of $79,883.52. Is there a motion on that? Thank you, Mia. Layton's got the second. Questions or comments? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-190, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the award of a contract to SHI for the annual Barracuda backup server and web security gateway appliances subscription for $61,320.48, utilizing the New Jersey Cooperative Purchasing Alliance contract number CK0424-38. Would someone move that? Thank you, Layton. David's got the second. Questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-191, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing site license agreements with Crown Castle Fiber LLC for 2 locations, specifically 8 Wynant Road and 188 Jefferson Road. David's got the motion. Brian's got the second. Questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-192, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the award of our professional services agreement to Arcadis US, Inc. for construction engineering services in connection with 3 mini system number 36 sewer rehabilitation projects for an amount not to exceed $541,327. Mia has the motion. Is there a second? Thank you, Layton. Questions or comments? Layton.
Yeah, just, for the public's information, this again is serious business. It's a lot of money, $500,000, but this is for our infrastructure. It's one project that's being separated into 3 projects that's going to protect us against these crazy storms that could be heading our way, probably will be heading our way, and it cleans out our stormwater management so that the only water that goes down there is the water that should be going down there. So again, this is kind of what I was talking about. When we spend a lot of money on these big policy and infrastructure bills, there's still a lot going on for the vulnerable people. I'm done now. Thank you.
Thank you, Layton. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-193, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing an increase of $100,000 to the not-to-exceed amount for the professional service agreement with, what she said, Hollenbeck LLC for special environmental legal services for a new not-to-exceed amount of $265,000. Is there a motion on that? Thank you, Brian. Is there a second? Thank you, David. Questions or comments? Mia?
Same question I always ask. When are we going to be done?
I believe this is the litigation side,
This
right?
is
So
the
I
River
don't-
Road, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the litigation, so it's in federal court, and there's no trial date, I don't think, yet, so
No trial date?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So just so the public knows, this is related to the dumping situation that occurred a while back. And I think believe that our insurance company should have covered us in certain respects, and so we are litigating to get that coverage, right? Yeah, so, okay.
Thanks for noting that. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-194, a resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the sale of surplus personal property no longer needed for public use by auction on GovDeals. Thank you, Leighton. Is there a second? Thank you, Brian. Questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution 25-195, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the acceptance of donations and furtherance of possible design and construction of a new Nassau Street kiosk. David's got the motion, Mia's got the second. Questions or comments? David?
Yeah, I just want to thank Josh Zinder, who has been working closely with myself and with Deanna to put together this design competition. Folks in the public may remember we've talked at some length about what this kiosk should be, and Josh was watching the recording of one of our meetings and reached out and said, sounds like you guys really could use a design competition, and I think it's a great idea. And this motion is to accept the donation of the prize money for the awards coming out of that competition. So, and to structure, you know, if anybody wants to donate more beyond the company that's already stepped up to donate the base amount for the awards, we would be very happy to accept and to recognize you with a plaque on the final result.
Thanks, David. Mia?
And who is the company that has stepped up to offer that amount for the award?
I think I'm going to hold off on announcing that until
Okay.
everything is buttoned up.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I would just say that the kiosk issue has been a topic of great consternation and contribution from the public, and I think this is fantastic that we're having this competition.
Thanks.
Brian?
David, just a quick question. I think it's going to be really fantastic for this to take place, and I'm grateful for your efforts in facilitating it. My only question is whether this group will also be thinking about locations for kiosks or potential locations other than the existing ones, or at least the one in front of, near the Garden Theater.
So it is part of the competition rules that, and charge to the designers that the design may be used in other future locations as well as the location in front of the Garden Theater. But the design charge that's been given is to do something that would specifically, you know, would fit there really well. So I don't know if that's a sufficient answer to your question, but the designers won't be searching for other locations. They're going to be designing for that location, but we may reuse the design in the future. We'll have the rights to it if we decide to do so.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 There's 2 items on the consent agenda. If nobody feels a need to pull either of those off, we can move the consent agenda in block. Thank you, Leticia. Brian's got the second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
David?
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second? Thank you, Brian. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is done. Thank you very much for attending.